Hello guys, today is our day 4 of our 25 Python projects for beginners to advance and with the source code. I hope you guys have been practicing and enjoying the class. I'm also enjoying it. So I am Nesh and I'm going to be your instructor for throughout this Python project. I remain the same instructor that has been taking you throughout from day one. So I hope the projects have been very, very helpful to you. So today we are going to be seeing how we can be able to master problem solving as we said. So we have a text editor because as I told you guys, you should be able to learn, is to why we are doing this. All this project is for you to master problem solving. Isn't it? Yes, you have learned Python. Yes, you know it. How can you assemble your code to solve a particular problem? Now there's a problem in front of you is that they need a simple text editor. How can you put your code to be able to solve the problem so that we can have an output that is a simple text editor that is going to be delivered, or an output for a slot machine, meaning that you've assembled your code to produce a slot machine, or assembling the codes to be able to produce what a to-do list. You see, so these are the three projects we are going to be seeing today. It's a simple text editor. We have to create this simple text editor. Now, what is the expectation? As I told you, it's always good to have an expectation. The expectation is that the program should ask the users to be able to open a new file, isn't it? They want you to create the project should be in the format that the user should be asked to be able to open a new file for editing or creating a new file for editing. You get it? So it should allow the users to open a file in a read mode or to write into the file. We know some you might be asking me, what is a text editor? We have many text editors. Even on your Windows operating system, you have your text editor. We have the Nano. We have the Notepad, and we have the Notepad plus plus. But those of you who are so familiar with Linux, we know very well that when you're working like the developers, we know our text editors that we are having. We have the Vim, we have the VI editor, we have the Nano editor. These are editors, right? So we should be able to create now what we want to do. We want to create a simple text editor that can be able to allow the users to be able to do what? To be able to write into their file, append into the file, to be able to what to edit the file, to read the file content, and to be able to create a new file, isn't it? So that is a problem we want to solve today. And guys, if you're still listening to me to this point and you haven't clicked the like button, what are you still waiting for, guys? It's nothing to just support by clicking the like button, right? Exactly. And make sure you click the share button. You can share with your friends, your family members, share on all your social media platform, guys. Let's just make this channel and the video to go viral. Be the person that is going to make it go viral so everybody, your cousins, your aunties, everywhere in the world, they are going to also gain the knowledge. Okay. Then, if you're stumbling to this channel for the very first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Because when you click the subscribe button, you're going and then you click you hit that bell to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Because this is the day 4. The day 5 is obviously coming to other projects. We have more projects. We said the projects we are going to be having projects for beginners to advance. We have projects that are coming on, huge projects, guys. So stick with us because we'll never fail you for that. So, guys, as I told you, let's continue to see how we can solve this problem. So here is the source code. Here is the code about this project, how we want to solve it. So the first thing I did was to import OS. OS stands for operating system. When you're opening the file, arrow is for read mode. That is what it is. The arrow is for the read mode. So as file, then it's going to return the file, the read is going to return it to us. That is what it is going to give us. So now the next thing now is that we want to go to allow the users to be able to write in the file, right? So we are creating another function. That is the def write file. That's the function name. So we're going to have a file name because you open the file, you're supposed to have the file name, isn't it? And then you're supposed to write now means there's a content you're supposed to put into that particular file, isn't it? So we open the file name, where is W mode is for writing. As file, so we are going to have the file dot write content. So we go on to write into the file. Then now we're coming to another function that we are creating here, which is the function is get the user's input. Now this is the point. We have already created the two functions. Now we have to get the user's input, isn't it? We want to get the user's input because if you create a file, there should be able to be an input that is you're going to write into that particular file, right? The content of the file, that is an input that you want to write in that particular file. So now let's see, we say print. I want to print a message by saying enter the text. You have to enter your text. Meaning the user, after the user has created a file, whatever the file the user is creating for, or is opening a file for read mode, or wants to create a new file for writing, or is opening the file to also to write in the file, is going to ask the users. The next thing is that what? Enter your text. Means the text, whatever the user want to type inside. Means that is for writing mode. You want to type something, you write it. So when you're done typing, it's going to tell you, you can type what? Save. Look for what I've written. The save is in cap lock, capital letters. You type save on a new line, means that what, once you're done typing everything you're typing in that particular text editor, you want to be able to save your work, isn't it? So you type save on a new line to be able to save and exit. So whenever the new line encounter this capital letter save, it means that you're saving the work and also you're exiting from that text editor. So now what is it? We're going to see a line. The line here you see this, the list is empty. While true, I'm using the word, I'm using the while loop to be able to allow the users, to the loop to allow the users to be able to what to write, to keep on writing and adding and do whatever they want to do. It shouldn't just break and cut off, unless otherwise they save it and it's going to break. You should allow them to keep writing and going. So we say the line is equals to the input, means that the input function, you're going to start typing that whatever you're given. Whatever the user is given, the input, we are going to see it down there. Whatever the user is going to be entering, that is typing. So if the line is equals to save, so it means that whatever you've typed, you type everything you're typing. And whenever it encounter the new line that encounter a save word, encounter a word that is a string that is saved, automatically it knows that you are done typing and you're saving your work and you want to exit from the text editor. So it is going to break the particular loop, meaning you're going to come out now from the program. You're going to come out, you're not going to be able to write. Then you see the line dot append. So it's going to the append method we are going to be using to be appending in the line, meaning that you should be able to append. You can be adding as much as possible if you're adding inside the particular file. If you open an existing file, it should be able to allow you to append into that file. That is what it should be able to tell to allow you to do. What we have is going to return the join lines. So it means that what you're appending, it should be able to join the lines. See the new line, you should be able to continue to join to append. Not that you should append and then it becomes something different. You get it? Now coming to the main function that we have, the main function, because all the gimmicks have to take place in the main function that we're going to call everything. So we have, I'm just declaring the variable that is called file name, and this is where I'm asking that input function that we're having here, the line which is the input function. So this input function is telling that what enter the file name to open or create the file. This is asking the users. The users are going to be asked to go to enter the file name that they want to open or they want to create. If you're opening a particular existing file that is already in the operating system, the operating system is aware of it. That is why I went with this. That really is all. Otherwise, you're going to create a new file. You want to create a new file. So, and it's going to be saved in a particular variable that is called file name. You get it? And then we're using the strip method there. So I'm passing now a try, I'm putting now in a try block. Why? Because I want to handle the exception. I said if the operating system dot exist file name, means that if that file name that you're opening, this file name you want to open here, if it's already existing in this operating system, the path, what should you do? You should print read file, meaning that what you want to read an existing file. The existing file with the file name means you want to read that file. Otherwise, if you're not reading the file, means you want to write in that particular file. And therefore means that the particular file name, you have to write the particular content to it, isn't it? Enter a particular content in that particular file means it's going to open in the write mode for you to write. And then I'm getting this variable, that content, the content variable, this content here, this content argument here that I'm taking is a variable here, is holding the get users input. And why is the get users input? This is the get users input, meaning that what the user now is entering. Whatever the user is entering, all the inputs that the user is entering here, whatever user is writing and is typing, that is the content. The content variable is holding it and then it saves the variable, means that what everything in that particular the user has entered, whatever the thing the user is entering, like you open, just imagine you open your notepad, you're typing information, you type, after you finish now, you save it. Or you save it, that means there's a content variable that is holding that particular function, whatever, everything that is in that function, whatever the action you've taken there. We say write file. The write file, we are having the file name and the content, which is going to print now or the file name, and we are going to save it. It's going to save it. So except error, say the word there, or else error means that it's going to print could not be opened. Meaning that what you should be able to handle the exception if in case otherwise there's anything of the sort, you should be able to handle it, isn't it? And then now we are calling what? We are calling the main function. And when we are calling the main function now, meaning that what? It should be able to give us. So now let's try to run this project. Let's run the program and see how it works. So I'm just going to run it. So it's telling us enter the file name you want to open or create. Now, if you have an existing file name that you're already having, that is good. Now I want to open a file because I don't have any file like that in my that I've created or anything. So now I want to open a file by creating a new file. So I'm entering this particular text editor by creating a new file. So let's say my file is, I'm just giving my website. My website, meaning that what? I want to enter in this particular text editor. I want to be able to create my website. I want to create a web page or inside my website. So I just take enter. So enter now. It is now asking me now to enter. This is the input now that it's taking. The input is asking now the user to enter the input by text, type in everything you want to be able to write in this editor. So meaning that it is going to create a file with the name my website, and then all the content that you're writing here, it is going to save it. It's going to save it in this my website. Whenever you click on the save, whenever you type the save and you exit. So now let's see the content. I already have a predefined content here. Let's see. I already have a content of that my particular website. Let's see. Okay. So let's say this is it. I want to create my website. So now I'm just want to create a particular web page. It's just a web page I want to create in the name of I want to create a website. So this is the code. Don't worry about it. This is a code doc type. You know how this is the format how we have to have it. This is just a skeleton of it. What is the next thing you should do when you're done writing everything you're writing in this text editor? Mindful of you. This is just my own thing I want to write. This is just the thing I want to write. This is just a file I'm creating here. It can be anything you're creating. For example, maybe your own is different something. It can be anything in the world that you want to create a file to go to write into it. It can be any file. You get it that you're creating. So now let's say my own file I've created is just my website that I'm about to write. I'm about to create a website for myself to write my code to produce my website. And when I'm done writing everything, what should I do? I should type what? In a new line. On a new line, what should I do? You should type save. And the save should be in what? Cap lock. The save should be in caps lock. Once this encounter the save, once encounter the save, the text editor encounter the save. This is a text editor we have created. Once the encounter is saved, what happens when you press enter? It is going to do what? It's going to exit, save and exit. You see, it says my website saved. And it gives a feedback to make us understand that the website has been saved. The website we have created has been saved. Can you see? So how beautiful it is. This is a simple text editor that we have just created. So you've created a file, and that file that you've created, you get it. Now you came now to open that particular file. This is the file we've just created. A file of right. We've created a file in the right mode. So we've written things inside this particular file, and we've clicked the save button to go to save the things inside this particular file. So now we already created a particular file, and we have saved everything inside. Right? It means that what? Now we are sure of this. This is working well. We are sure of this that we can be able to open a new file by creating a new file. We can create a new file directly. We can be able to do what? To also see if we can be able to say, enter the file. Now the file is already existing, and the file is existing in the operating system. Remember, because we have already saved it and it's saved in this particular operating system. Let's try now to open the file and see if that file that we created exists. Let's run this particular program again. So I'm going to run the program again. By running the program, just run it again. Now, let's try now. What was the name of our file? The name of our file was my website. That is the name of our file. Let's enter. You see? Obviously, see, we are having. Can you see? This is a file. This is what we had. This is what we created. This is what we had. This is the file that we are having. Now, can we be able to add things? If maybe we want to add something, say enter the text or enter text means that if you want to now, it's telling you now this is the file of open the file. The file is a read mode, and you can also do what the file is open in the read mode and also in the write mode. This is the read mode that the file is open. Now we want to add some things to this particular file. Means I want to write into the file again. Let's say this is my first website, and I am very excited. Excited. Can you see? I'm just adding. I just added. And then that's what I'm adding to it. And then I'm going to click what? I'm going to come to a new line, and I'm going to also type what? Save, isn't it? I'm just going to type save and press enter. Means that what it says what? My website saved. Means that what this is my first website and I am very excited. The content of that particular website is being saved. Can you see? Now we have exited it. Now let's try to see. Let's rerun this again and see if because now remember what it says here. That when we do this, what happened? It is going to do what? When you write it, it's going to the particular content, it is going to pen it. It's going to join. It's a line dot append. Once we've saved it like that, we say line dot we have break, we've click on save and we break. That is what happened. It's a line dot append because you want to append that new line now to the previous file that we are having here, the old file. And then again, it's going to join the lines. Now let's try now to do what to run this particular program again and see. So I'm just going to rerun it again. The name of our file is my website. So you see, can you see my website? And then what is it now? It has added what? Say this is my first website and I am very excited. So you see, it has added this particular line to it. And it's still asking us to go to write. If you want to write, you can keep on writing more, and it's going to do what it's going to add for us. So today is a very good day. Now I'm just going to save, exit and save. So they say the file is saved. Let's rerun the file again, the code again. My website. Can you see? Enter the file name. You want to open it. See, it means that it has appended this particular thing to us. It said today is a very good day. You get it? So you see how beautiful it is, right? We have just created what a simple text editor. So guys, this is it about this simple text editor. I hope it is clear. And as I told you, the source code of this particular text editor, of this particular project and all the other projects, if you check in the description below, you're going to be able to see a link to my GitHub account. And from there, you're going to be able to download the code or copy it from there. Okay. And use, and you can modify it. Guys, remember, learning never ends. This is just a simple project. You can modify it as much as possible to make it to make it complex, to add many things there. You get it? You can do that and you can do more. So don't just end by just watching mine and living like that. No, you can do more like that. So guys, let's move on to the second project of the day. Is the second project of the day is the to-do list. To-do list. So what is this program all about? The project should allow the users to be able to add tasks. We know about the to-do list, right? The list is just is it a list of tasks that you're going to do per day or per week that you've organized, and you should be able to understand the tasks and do them, isn't it? So it should be to allow the users to add the tasks, to view the tasks that they are having to do for the particular day or particular program, whatever it is. To be able to add tasks, to be able to view the tasks, to be able to remove all particular tasks, and then it should save and exit the list. You get it? So it is a great way to keep track of what of your tasks and organize. You get it? So it should what? It should provide a comprehensive solution to problem of managing daily tasks. So this is the thing. It's a problem in front of you. Now they want you to write the code. So like what you and I are going to do now is to go to write a code, a Python code that is going to solve this problem in front of us, so that the users can now have what? They can have a to-do list that they can be able to enjoy and enjoy. That is it, right? So as we are going further, guys, if you have not liked this video, please don't forget to click the like, guys. It does not harm you, so you can support the algorithm of this channel. Click the like button. That is just all you need to do. So now let's try to understand this now programmatically. So guys, this is it in front of us. The first thing I'm doing is I'm just defining what I just define a function here, which is our main function. And in this main function that we are having here, I'm printing things. I'm giving the various tags. So the first print statement we are having here is to make them to understand what this is all about. The to-do list menu. This is the menu we are having, the to-do list menu. And what are the things that want the users to do? These are the three things the four things the users can do in this menu. So the first thing is that they can be able to open this particular project, they open a particular application to be able to view the tasks that they're already having for the day to complete. Or they can open it to go to a particular task. You get it? Either you open it if you choose the first one, the first option is to view your tasks. The second option is for you to go to a particular task in your list. The third option is to remove a task. If you're done, you can just say, okay, I pop it out. This particular task because I don't need it anymore. I'm already done. I'm completed it, so I can pop it out. Or the last thing you can do is that if you're done with everything for the day, you can now exit. Or if you view it, you can exit. You add a task, you exit. You pop a tag, you exit. You get it from it. So now the first thing now we need to do is that we need to get the choice of the users right. Because the users want to get their choice. If they're choosing one, because the choice is that either you're going for 1, 2, 3, or 4. And each of these, they have a particular specification to them, isn't it? Exactly, guys. I hope you're getting everything. So now we are defining another function here, which is get the choice, because I want to get the choice and I'm passing in the while loop. This while loop, I want to give them the option to keep having many options. I don't just want that the loop should just be. So you should keep continuing to give them the right, the users to be able to choose whatever they want to choose. So that's what I'm putting in the loop. So the choice is, I'm taking a variable that is called a choice variable. And in this variable, I'm assigning an input function to it, telling the users means I'm asking the users, like you and I now, I'm asking you, enter your choice. Because the user has to enter the choice. Meaning that what? If you open your to-do list, what is the thing you want to do that day? Maybe you want to just open it by just viewing the tasks you're having, that your pending tasks that you have not completed. Or you're opening it if you're choosing choice 2. Choice 2 meaning that what is choice 2? Meaning you're adding a particular task to the list of the tasks that you're having to do for the day. Or you're opening to choice 3, and that choice 3 means you're done with a particular task and you have to remove it from the list. Or you're opening to choice 4. Choice 4 means you want to exit the particular one to the list. That is it. And I'm condition, I'm saying that if the choice is not in the valid choices, meaning that if now they have asked you, you have only 4 choices here to enter. And now, because you know too much, you go and choose now to enter the 5th choice, which is not in the program. Now, it's going to handle it by telling you that valid choice, continue. And it's not going to break to come out from there. I've said it should continue because it should continue by asking you now to take the right choice. So the loop is going to play again. It's an iteration. It's going to play again to ask you now to enter the right choice. Then it's going to return the particular choice you're going to enter. If you enter one, it's going to return that choice to you, the one, and which is what? To add a task or to view a task. Choice 2 to add a task. Or choice 3 to remove a particular task. You get it, guys? Now, the next thing now is that once you've gotten that, it should be able to display the tags, isn't it? Exactly. It should be able to display the tags, the particular tags that a particular user has taken. It should be able to display that tags. So dev display tags is another function I'm defining here with the name display tags and the parameter that is a tags. I'm saying that if not tags, then print no tags in the list. Meaning that if it means that if they are going to display the tags, if there's no tags in that list, it should be able to print that there's no tags in the list for you to do. Meaning that if you have done all the time, means you're fulfilled all. Let's say you wake up in the morning, you're supposed to arrange the house, clean the bathroom, those are your tasks you've put. At this time, you should have, I mean, at 10 o'clock, you should have taken your bath because you have an appointment in the nail salon. Then you have to go to do your nails, means that at 11:30 you should be done. Maybe then by 12 o'clock, you should be able to be at your grandmother's house because you have to go and take your grandmom for her appointment, doctor's appointment. So you have put all these tasks like that with the time. Now you've fulfilled them all. And then when you come now to open now, you want to view the tax again. If there's no tax inside the list, means you've fulfilled all the tax of the day. It should be able to do what to tell you that no tax in the list means that congratulations, it's a good thing, right? You return to you no tax means you've already fulfilled all the tax that you had inside your list for the day. For index, we say what? Tax is enumerate. We say tax. We say smart. You say start from what? 1, isn't it? It was already given there, and we are printing the formatted string of the index, which is our tax, isn't it? So we have now, we say what? We say the def add tax, and that is the one that to add the tax. Because normally it should be a function that is going to ask the users to add the tax. Why? We want to handle it, right? Because remember I told you guys, if you're not understanding, most of you are following, maybe you're following the projects, you have not done the Python course. Please don't worry about that. Maybe there are some things, because there are some things I cannot explain. I cannot come and be explaining all about the function here because there's a course for that. Inside this particular channel, I'm going to link it in the end screen. When you watch this to the end, at the end screen, you're going to see a playlist for Python full course. You can open there and check whatever the thing. If it is function you don't understand, there's a video I've break down everything about function and the types of function and how you can be able to do all these things. If you don't understand anything about variable, there's a video that is going to teach you everything about strings variable. So anything you don't understand here, don't worry, guys. I got you. I'm here with you to hold your hand for us to go forward. Okay. So you just need to click on that playlist, and then you're going to see at the end of this video, you're going to see two playlists. The first one is going to be Python full course. Then if you want to learn the full course, you can click there. And the second one is going to be the Python project. For all the projects from day one to now, means that if you haven't watched the day one projects, day two and day three, just click there. You're going to open and then you choose the one that you want to go. That's a playlist. You choose the ones that you want to watch. And then, as I told you guys, the source code of all the project, if you check in the description below, you're going to see a link to my GitHub account that is going to allow you to be able to download the source code. Okay. So now let's continue. So he's going to ask you, I'm putting the while loop also, he's going to ask you because you can enter as many tags as possible. That is why I want it to keep looping. So I'm taking a variable that is called tags, and I'm asking, I say input, enter a new tags. It's going to enter a new tags, and I'm stripping it for that using a strip function for it for us to be able to get to it, just to give us. If the length of the tags is not equals to 0, then you should append it, because normally if you enter a new tags and the tags is there's nothing you've entered there, it should not be able, there should not be anything for you to append, right? So if it is a new tags you've entered, you should append it to the previous tags. For example, if in my list I have wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning, that's the first task to watch the to listen to prepare breakfast. The second one is that at 7:30 a.m. Breakfast is served and everybody should be done eating, and then maybe at 8 o'clock taking the children out, to drop the kids out for school. So when I'm doing that, what happened is going to be appending it after the other one. That is what it's going to do. Append it means that what at the first tax is going to append that to be the second append, just like that. As I'm going to be entering the tags, that's how it's going to be appending it. Surely from now we are going to see that practically to see when I run this particular program. Okay. And then when you see as you're appending the tags, then we can break the loop. They say if or else if you enter something different, it's going to tell you an invalid task. Then the next one we are having is we want to be able to, in a situation where we are done, we have like complete the list or we are complete the particular tags, we should be able to pop it out, remove it out from the particular list, to-do list. So I'm using the word remove tags, which is a tag, does it display the tags? So it's going to display the tags for us. And then instead of the while, it means that what I'm passing the while loop means that what it should give me the option to, it can give me as many as possible, means can pop out as many as possible, all the tags I've completed, isn't it? So I say I'm taking a variable that is tax number, so it's going to pop based on the tax number you're going to give. And this tax number is holding what the input in the int function, the input function, say enter the tax number you want to remove. So I say if 1 is less than or equals to tax number, less than or equals to length of the tax is going to pop out that particular tax. Means that based on the number, it's going to take that tax out and it's going to break the loop. Else, it is going to raise a value exception to make you understand that you have entered an invalid tax number if the number you enter there is out of range, is not inside what we defined in the project, in this particular program. Then we have now the main function now. The main function where we are going to be having the task. Inside here, the tax code is empty because we have to put in the tax, isn't it? So I didn't give any default tax, so we have to add the tax. And then inside here, I'm putting the while loop, say print the menu. So it should be able to keep printing and asking. So it should keep looping. So the choice, obviously the choice is to get the choice from the get choice function, right? Get choice function, the users to get your choice, to keep on entering the choice. So you should keep calling that particular function. So get the choice, you print the menu and say print the menu, this is the first one, which is what? The menu, this print menu function. This will always be looping. So this is the first thing that always be looping and ask you to choose, to select the tax, and then when they get the choice function, it is going to call it from there to say choose. The choice variable is going to get the choice function, and they say if the choice is 1, it will ask you display the tax. That is to view the tags that are already existing inside. If your choice, if choice is 2, it's going to ask you to add the tags to the particular tax list. If the choice is 3, it means that you want to remove a particular tax. Otherwise, it's going to break the loop. And then we are going to call the main function. So guys, hope this is clear, right? It's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful thing. So for you to see whatever you've been using, and you see now how you can do whatever. You can now do your own. The things you have been using, you can now create it. You can now solve. This is a solution of the problem that you can be able to assemble your codes and be able to solve the problem. It's so beautiful, right? I'm so excited. Even I am excited. I'm so excited also. Let's try to run this particular program and see. So now look at it. Now we are running. It's saying the menu list now will always display because it's there. It's asking you enter your choice. Let's say my choice is one. We know that there's nothing inside. So if I take one, it's going to come like that. Say ask me. It's going to look no tax in the list because we haven't put any tax in the list. So that is why it is telling us. You see the loop again. That's why you see that is the reason why I put it in a loop, in a while loop. So it automatically display the menu again to us. Enter your choice. Let's say I'm going to enter 2. What is 2? 2 is add a tax. Means that I want to add a tax in this particular list. That's why I'm entering what? I'm entering the 2. So when I take enter, it's going to ask me to enter the tax. Let's say I'm just saying wash my hair at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Wash my hair 10 a.m. That's a tax I've just added inside. So it says, then it's asking me again, the loop is going. Because it's a loop, it's going to keep asking me. Let's say I want to see take 2. I want to see add a tax. The taxes are what? Visit my grandmother. My grandmother at 12 o'clock, 12 noon. You get it? Now I've added these 2 tags. Now can we view? Can we now take the first option? Can we take the first option now to view what we have added? If I take 1 now, 1 means that what? What is 1? 1 means view the tags. So if I take 1, look at it. If I press 1, it should be able to do what? It should be able to display the this thing. If I take say, enter your choice, if I take 1, what happened? It should be able to display easy 1. Wash my hair. So it's displaying the tags, all the tags for us. Can you see? What is the first tags that I entered into my list was wash my hair at 10 a.m. That's the first thing I'm supposed to do today. I want to wash my hair at 10 a.m. And by 12 noon, I have to visit my grandmom, meaning that what is keep track of time for me. I have to do everything that by 12 noon I should be at my grandmother's house. You get it? So, and then if in case now you enter anything that is invalid, it's going to enter a valid choice. Because I enter something invalid, let's say I enter now what I'm entering 3. 3 now means what is 3? 3 means what? You say what? 3 means what? You want to remove a particular tax. And it says what? Enter your choice, I choose 3. So now it display the tax to me. What is in my to-do list? These are the tax that are inside my to-do list, these 2. So now it's telling me now to enter the number of the tax that I want to. Let's say I'm done washing my hair. My hair already 10 o'clock is already over. My hair, I'm done washing the hair. I've washed and dried my hair. So it's done. I'm done with this particular tax. So I can just decide to pop it out. I can decide to remove that tax. So I take that. When I take it, means the tax now I've removed. It says what? Now I've removed that particular tax. I want to view in my list. I can still take 1, option 1 again. When I take option 1 again, you see that I'm left with only visiting my grandmom and noon because that is the tax I haven't completed. I have completed the other one, so I've deleted, I've removed it from the list. Now this is the tax that is still remaining. And if I have any other tags that I want to add here, I can now choose again to take the option and say, I'm taking option 2 again to say I want to add a particular tax inside. Otherwise, to get it, let's say, cook meal. Let's say cook meal at 4 p.m. That's the tax I've added. I've just added cook meal. So if I just take 1 again to view, so this is the content now that is inside my to-do list. This is the 2 content that I'm having inside. And if I want to pop out something, if I'm done visiting my grandma, and I can now remove this, I can take option 3 to remove this particular one. Now, what if I enter an invalid choice? Let's say I enter 5. 5 is not in the list. It's going to tell me invalid choice because 5 does not exist inside my to-do list, inside the menu list, the menu of the to-do list menu. So, and then if I'm done with everything for the day, I'm done. Or I'm done with, or not even done with everything. If I'm done, like putting everything, adding all the tasks, I can just exit by taking 4, option 4. So the option 4 goes in this. Option 4 is if in case you're done adding all the tags, you can now exit your to-do list. Or if you're done fulfilling all the tasks of the day, you can also exit your to-do list. Whatever you enter to pop out to remove whatever you're done for the day, you can now exit your to-do list. So guys, it is very beautiful, right? So just like what you've been using, what you've been doing, now you now know how to solve the problem by creating yours. How excellent it is, right? How beautiful it is. So, guys, this is it, and this is what we have for today. Like button, and then subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. This is your first time coming to this channel, and guys, share with others, share on all your social media platform, okay? And keep a comment in the comment section to tell me about your experience. Tell me if this is helpful. Tell me if you want more. Tell me you can even give projects, specific projects that you want us to cover. We can do them. Just keep the name of projects that you want us to cover here. We can go to do them. Okay. I'll check it and then we'll see if we can cover those projects and you see how to do, and I'll share you in the source code. So thank you guys. So see you in the next class. And as I told you, look at the end screen, you're going to see Python full course, and you're going to see the Python projects for you to know the first and the day one, all the other projects that we've already covered. You can be able to just click there and it's going to open for you to watch them. So thank you guys. Bye bye for today and see you in the next class.